big combat sports guy. What are some of the similarities, though? Obviously, anybody likes sports in general, but what are some of the similarities that you might see between what you normally announce and cover as opposed to the NFL?
Well, in the NFL, as well as in the octagon, as well as in the boxing ring, the bottom line is they're putting their blood, sweat, and tears on it. They're putting their lives on it. So in that respect, they're gladiators going out to do battle. Granted, it's apples and oranges, the rules. You have the two rules, Marcus of Queensbury in boxing versus over 25 weapons and more in UFC, in mixed martial arts. But all the credit to all of them. Now, if a boxer goes to the world of MMA or the world of the UFC, they've got a lot of training to do. If an MMA champion goes to the boxing ring, got a lot of training to do. So a champion from boxing going into the octagon will probably lose 99% of the time. A champion in the octagon going into the boxing ring, pretty much the same. It's a different sport.
What you're seeing with a lot of the crossover with people trying to do it's fun. Watching it, obviously different things, but obviously the Super Bowl week. When it comes to that, outside of the kind of the different type of violence, what are some of your things that you actually just like about football? Maybe a little bit different than the octagon or the boxing.
Well, before we do that, I want to say Francis Ngannou, going in and doing his thing against Fury and now about to fight Anthony Joshua. He's such an amazing, gentle giant. He's a great guy. I'm so happy for him. And look what he's done. He's transitioned to boxing, which shows you that you can fight those sports. In relation to football and what I'm looking for, listen, these are great teams. I'm all about team sports. I love team sports. And the leaders on each team, you have Mahomes.
Hey, where are you at?
The veteran out there proving himself and fastly becoming, one of the great quarterbacks of all time. Purdy, young, humble. What a great story. I love seeing, people proving themselves. He's proved himself. He's about to prove just how great he is. So, may the best team win. As far as the similarities you were asking?
Yeah, just outside of just the violence, just the training, just the output, the mindset.
The training and the mindset, people might look at football and say, oh, well, they're just putting up pads and going at each other. No, there's a tremendous amount of skill. Defensive end, there's a tremendous amount of skill you have to train for as a quarterback. Unbelievable knowledge. Taking years of training to excel and get to the level they are at. They have nothing but my huge respect for every sport, even golf. The skill factor is so high, you have to perfect it. And I don't think anybody really appreciates that unless they play it and really understand what it takes in mind and mental attitude to be a superior professional athlete.
With the phrase that you have yours and your brother has his own, what kind of energy do you have to get there? You get a rush when you do it. I know everybody else gets a rush when you hear it.
Yeah, I put all my passion on the line when I do it, and the hair stands up in my arms too when I do it. And I think the moment that stops, and the excitement stops for me, then it's time for me to retire. So I'll never phone it in. I want to go out there and be a fan first and announcer second, and just relish and enjoy every moment I get to announce. Like last Monday when I announced the Super Bowl opening night, that was like a huge honor for me, and a huge bucket list, and I was just like a kid in a candy store.
Awesome. I appreciate the time.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Jackson. So first and foremost, if you don't have our cards, we're going to have to end this interview right now.
I have all 32.
Okay, so you got all.
They're all in there.
We're looking for the Jaguars.
The Jaguars are in there.
Okay, all right. Telling me that the NFL actually has some programs that if you're prepared and you're working, you get an opportunity to work with one of the largest brands in the world.
I want to really reiterate the preparation. Okay, so preparation. I signed my license again on September 2015. I invented insurance December 2015. We're talking about 7 years of work that I did.
They ain't got no first round picks, so they can't hope anyway.
The black Russian plays for the Panthers? This is what we had to joke. LaVishka Chenault?
Yeah.
Oh, we called
he
him
was hurt. He was hurt a lot. That was it. He was in a contract year and he was hurt a lot. He was supposed to be used in like a Deebo Samuel type situation, but I don't think they thought that the offensive line was just going to wet the bed. I didn't even see them get Christmas gifts this year.
Yeah, today's the 7th. Breaking news, Nick Saban is now going to be on College Football Game Day. Alongside hosts Reese Davis and Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, Desmond Howard, and Pat McAfee, we will now see Nick Saban. Okay, so ESPN didn't know that Nick Saban was on his victory lap or had some news that happened early in the season that was going to require him to have to take a step back from being a head football coach to where now they're going to pay this man to be able to go cover sports. I can't wait to hear Nick Saban's opinion, but come on, man. Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. At some point, just state the truth that, we did this to you guys because we understood that this was going to be Nick Saban's last year. So deal with it.
I automatically had one.
I'm definitely not toxic. Don't do that.
No, you're toxic as fuck.
I ain't even close to toxic.
Oh, you're toxic.
I'm not toxic at all. I'm honestly a literal sweetheart. I gotta talk to Pat real quick. I'm gonna come back.
Pat
you gonna repeat the speak of Pat with me?